Hey guys, welcome back to Scrap Metal Garage. On this episode, this thing fired up. And I know this because I'm not ending this video until this thing is fired up. So let's get to it. Alright guys, firstly I want to say thanks for your ongoing support. Appreciate the comments and I enjoy it. That's why I do this. Secondly, I got home from work 2 nights ago. Someone had messed with the XD. It's a slim chance anyone knows where I live from the channel, but if you do, don't tell anyone, because that car means a lot to me. It was my dad's, and if anything happens to it, I don't know what I'll do. There's no damage. I removed the steering wheel because I had that column shaft issue. So I reckon when they unzipped the side part there where the driver's door is and saw that, they legged it. But the rope was undone, it was off the side, and yeah, the zip was open. Checked all the headlights and brake, tail lights, everything's there, so they didn't steal anything. So anyway, with that said, let's get into the EB. So I ordered some new lifters. Just didn't want to take the chance for the old ones. Thought about it, and I just wasn't keen. The only problem is, if you know your numbers, there's only 13 here. 5, 10, 3. And she's a 16 valve. So I'm gonna have to pick my best 3 out of the oil soaked ones. I know there were a couple of okay ones, so have to make do with what I got. Now I did order the 16, but 13 rocked up with a back order of 3. Talked to the fella and he said supply issue. His stocks were out. He didn't realise. He apologised, it was all good. He can't give me a date when the other 3 are going to come, so he's just going to give me a refund. So that's alright. And I did test these new ones, and they do spring. So those ones I was cleaning up, the old ones, because they all seemed to be stuck. Once I cleaned them up, they moved. Then I wasn't sure if I was supposed to do that under the power of the finger. Maybe 2. Chop chop. Anyway, let's head over to the engine where we left off last time. Still got one head to put on. This one's all good. I tested one of the old lifters, make sure I could get it in there. You just got to come on an angle and then slide it in. So I reckon I'll put all the new lifters in first. I might soak them in some oil so they can fill up. Easier for them to prime themselves once they start running, so they got a bit of oil in there. And then I'll get the other head on. Should be a lot easier, as these, I don't know what they're called, but they protrude out. Locators, I guess. Yeah. They're good when they're on the block because you can stick the head gasket on and they stay. These ones came off with the head and I couldn't get them off the head, so I had to manhandle it in there. I was holding the head around like this on both sides with the head gasket, and I had to drop it and quickly move my fingers at the same time, and it worked. It was yeah, a bit risky. That's all good. Now I did notice when I was looking back over the last video, I don't have a bolt in this water pump hole. I was confused because I thought I had them all. So I went and had a look at the old one. It's become my trash heap for now. So when I look at the old one, it would be this hole here. Yeah, so I come back here and sure enough, that's that one there. So while I had the snap bolts off, I completely forgot about this one still in here. So I'm gonna have to find a bolt for that. I think it's a pretty small one. It doesn't. Yeah, that's that one there. So I just have to. I think there's enough thread there. I can probably get a bolt, a nut on there, and find out what the thread is. Oh, look at my kit. I can probably just use that and figure it out. Alright, I want to do that part now before I forget. Alright, found this one. It's probably, I don't know, 10 mils too long. So I'm going to cut it and see how I go. Checked out the same thread's in there, but yeah, way too long. Alright, got my 16, found the best ones, sprayed them out, all the old oil and that poured out of the gap, out of the holes, but they've all got movement, which is what you want. Now, I'm gonna use the assembly lube on all of them and throw them in the holes. I'll bring it back in once I'm done. Alright, they are in. When I dropped them in, I don't know if it matters, but just put the rollers, so they got the flat side on them, just make sure they're all up and down. Let me just get one out, a bit slippery. Yeah, I can't. Just the direction of the oh. It's really hard one-handed. Direction of the roller itself. So yeah, put them all in like that. I've checked them all, they all move. The new ones are a little bit tighter than the old ones, I guess, because they're not worn out. But yeah, they're all in, all good. Before I get that gasket on there, I'll clean the surface up, but put the other head on now, bolt that down, and ready for the intake. Yeah, still to clean that up. That's still soaking in diesel for like 6 weeks. Alright, 2 heads on, torqued, 70 foot-pounds. Just double checked them all, and they were fine from last time, and these are good now. Right, I'm gonna get the push rods and get them in before I put the intake. So you gotta slide them down these holes and line them up with here. You can do it when the intake's not on, but I don't know, this will just be easier to see what I'm doing. I still gotta clean them up. They're covered in burnt oil. Just realised I forgot to stick these back on. I can't remember how they go. Oh yeah. Ah, yep. That makes sense. Up. Yeah, okay, that makes sense to pull these that way. Locks them in. Yeah, there you go. Locks them in, then they can't turn and not line up. Cool. I'll get them on and I'll finish cleaning up that stuff. Oh mate, there's so much crap I still gotta do. It's gonna be a tight one to get it finished today. Right, Pushrods in. Simple. Cleaned them up, they're all blocked. Unblocked them with the airline. Good way to tell is you find a bright point and you look through it, and it should be unblocked, which I can't really tell on the camera. It sure is. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, then see they got the holes. Put them in, and doop, that's it. That's the hole on top of the oh my brain. The things that do the things. Lifters. They're lifters. Yeah, it all goes through the center of them, through that side port. There's oil chambers all inside these parts. Find their way into that tube, or into the lifter, then it pumps up through here. And it comes out the rockers, squirts out. There's a hole in the rocker here where this sits. So that squirts out into there, rolls down all over the top of here, back in here, and you'll see each end you got drain holes. And that runs back into the engine. And that's done. Alright. And of course, some oil is going to squirt back down into here, which just falls into the valley here. Okay. Now the intake. Intake is done. Gave her a couple of coats to match the rest of the stuff I painted. Yep, so clean them all up. Yeah, they're not perfect, but all the muck's out of it. And I'll put them back in. They have a torque setting, or I'll look it up again, I can't remember. It's not much. Yeah, basically goes, says your rocker. You got your little, I don't know what they're called exactly, but they sit in there and they bolt down flush. That's the rocker moves on it. So imagine it's like that. The rocker will go like that, opening the valve. Yeah, just like that. Bolt. And then each cylinder will have one of these as well. Like that. So it'll be 2 intake and exhaust. Alright, I'll get that done and I'll bring you back in when it's done like normal. Alright, that's all torqued, it's all on. New filter on. The old one wasn't that hard to get off, just had to hit it with a hammer and screwdriver to loosen it from the top here, from down in between the exhaust. See the new one, just to get it going. I'm going to pour oil down the guts here before I put the intake on and fill up the sump. Otherwise, when I do, I have to put all the covers on and everything. And once I do that, I'll mad dogs. I'll pump the oil pump again with the gun, and we should see oil start coming out the holes here. Should make their way through. So I bought 2 service kits because this filter and the oil that's going in now is a sacrificial lamb. It's just going to clean out the engine, then I'll service it again once it's running. Right, let's get the oil poured in. Alright, let's see what happens. Not coming out everywhere. There's a milky crap coming out. Yeah, some here. Alright, so I'm not getting out all of them. Must have a blockage. These front 2, the rest are good. This front one, this one, and that one. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna keep going and hopefully she's all good. Update. They're all coming out except for these two. And this one just so happened to be the two old lifters and the one old lifter. Might have to take these ones off and take the lifters out. Keep working on those because that's not ideal not to get oil up here. Alright, here's the intake. Looks beautiful. All the surfaces are cleaned except that one because I forgot. Yeah, let's go look at the engine. Alright, nothing's changed here. It's actually Monday. Last time I filmed it was Friday. A long weekend. Lots of beers. My team won the AFL. Go Geelong. So where we were up to with this was these three old lifters weren't pumping oil. So I might want to take out this side. So I gotta take all this off again. Oh, it's just that. 2 bolts. The little bone-shaped clamp that holds the lifters in. And these 2 bolts. Get them out, swap them out with the other ones I've got and see if they work. And then if they do, then I'll swap this other one out here. Alright guys, that's one of the 2 that weren't, but that one's pumping oil now. This one's still not, and I haven't replaced that one yet. So I'm going to take them off again and replace the front one just here, and hopefully the next one I replace it with pumps. I'll just keep doing that until they will do it. The rest are all perfect. Alright guys, update. I've tried a couple, but they still didn't work, so I can get in here. But if I run the drill, it's coming out the lifters. Same on this side. That one's hard to see. Let's get in here. Oh. Let me try put some light on it. Alright. Feel that brown crap running now? So that's coming out of there. Same as this one. That's what I mean, I'm going to have to service it again anyway. But I reckon they must be last in the line for the oil pump galleries. And I've read a few things where the electric drills they don't spin enough rotation to do it properly. So if your motor's not perfect, I reckon that's it. So I reckon they're good, because the way I realised it, when I pulled the push rods out, oil started pouring out of them. So I knew there was actually oil going in there. So I just tested it like this, and yeah, sure enough, it's coming out. So I want to put it back together, clean up the surfaces again because I've got oil all over, and get the intake on. So I reckon she's running, she'll pump oil up to these fronts. Okay, just when I went to throw these on, I didn't even notice they got little hooks on them. That's for that protruding head gasket. So you put them on, hook it on there, and just push it on over here. And it's on. No holding required. Now these ones, cork ones, they're not quite right, but they got the spot there. Oops, you can't even see what I'm doing. So that one isn't right, but these ones line up alright. Sounds perfect. Goes into the groove and everything. Oh man, me and the camera. Yeah, see, yeah, these little cutouts, they sit in there. Compress this down, should seal it real nice. This one, which is exactly the same, yeah, identical. This is clearly a more aggressive. See what else I got. That's not gonna work. Oh god, there's always something, isn't there? Come up and have a look. I know I had some paper, gasket paper. Then I came over here, different types. I think they got sticky backs so they'll hold in place as well. That looks like it. Looks like the one. Got that back one, which is pretty straight, then you got this aggressive curve. Yeah, that looks too wide. Don't know what the hell that'll go for. And oh, here's the other top end. How many thermostat gaskets do I have? What's that one? Oh, that's a transfer skit from my old VA, I think. More intake gaskets? Okay. I got the better intake one, which I'm pretty sure that's the one that's rocking on the AU. And another video I said I was thinking about swapping it around. It's BA XR8. But I won't do that because I can't be bothered. And two, eventually I'm going to upgrade all the intake to Edelbrock down the track. I'm thinking about a little supercharger next year. What do you guys think? If this goes well. Okay, I can see right now that that is the one. Okay, let's get this together. Alright guys, almost put the intake on. I was missing a bolt, then I realised this bolt here is one of the intake bolts. So this hoses run from the heater tap valve. These hoses here, around there, to the back. This is the back of the engine, and this runs along the inside of the driver's head to the front. This bolts on into the thermostat housing. I'm like, alright, cool. I knew there's around here was cracked, so I was gonna clean it up and repair it. So I found those holes, and then this one here, the big pipe, this side. Yeah, I'll just show you. Right, coming out. Lock it up. One hole there, pinhole there. There's another one. Yep, it's here. That one there is a big one. Oi. She's a squirter, boys. So I'm going to have to patch that up somehow. Not sure how yet. I'm thinking JB Weld. Or... Alright, cut it. Here. Patch the little one up around here. And there's one here somewhere that was squirting out. Cut it to about here. Remove this section. Hose. So I still have these end connections. Bit of pipe, hose. Yeah. So this has slowed me down. All I'm going to do is clean it up and paint it. Alright, here's where we're at. Hole, 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 hole. That's pretty bad there, but that'll be covered by the hose anyway. Same as that top one here, but these ones here on the edge, could put the hose all the way over, clamp it down this side. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and this main big one here. Then you got all these pinnings here, which are dried and they're wet in there after I blew through the pipe, so they're probably gonna eventually bust anyway. So I'm gonna cut it and join it with hose. It's the best option I got. This little one, there's no leaks that I can see besides the end bit here and the base of this little hook pipe. So I have to patch that up. It runs to a different spot into the intake. So what I might do is I don't think the pipes are joined. I think they're held together with this part here. So what I might do is might leave that one solid and just put the hose joiner here. What I'll do is cut this one from here to this other end's fine, so maybe here. So there to there. Now I just have to butcher to get it off here. So I just need a hose section maybe from there. Get rid of those bad bits. Leave that one so you can still mount it down, and it should be solid. See, it's joined here. Yeah. Like worst case scenario is I just run joiners from, cut it here, have none of this, take the bolt out for the intake, and have these go where they need to go, and sort something out here. Alright, let's cut it. Alright, the first bit's cut off. Gave it a little bit of a lip here. I didn't have the right tool, so I just used socket and hammered it from above. This is a bit of shit, but it should be good. Oh, that's for the intake, can't forget that. Yeah, so now I will cut it off about, yeah, just before this, maybe here. Seems to be alright there, yeah. Cut off here, so I can give myself enough space to put a lip and connect the hose. Just gotta fiddle with this. Looks like it should pop off if I just get a screwdriver in here and wedge it out. Yeah, pop off. Alright, got it. Had to see, it's a bit banged out in there. Had to split them apart a bit. So I had to get a hose on there. I didn't think about that. Yeah, so that's basically how it would go. Those were dead level, so that's fine. I know exactly where that goes. So it's only a piece of hose to connect that, and same time that bit there snapped off because I wasn't paying attention. So I don't remember which way it was. Look back in the video. I don't even know how. I might pinch this side together a bit and push it in, and then use some I've got JB Weld. I want to try and run the car today, so I can't wait for that to set. I might use some of that two-part color like gum stuff, chew it together and goes hard. Yeah, I might use that. I think this one's shit, but I got a new one over there somewhere. There's the tube. So I'll do that. That's all I can think about doing. Because I can't find a new one today. I doubt they even make new ones for these. But should work. Alright guys, here's an update. That's what I've done. Just gonna give it a coat of paint so it doesn't look so crap. Yeah, that's fine, it shouldn't leak. This stupid piece was here, now it's gone. I've looked everywhere. I've spent 40 minutes looking for it and I can't find it. I don't understand. You watch, I'll walk through here later on, it will just be sitting on the bench right in front of me. So what I'm going to do is block this up, block up the part on the intake, and I think it's, this goes into the intake, so it just won't have any coolant going through that section, which I'm pretty sure. That's that bit there. Oh, I don't don't need that. Coolant goes in these through the heads. Oh fuck. Man, I cannot believe this. Alright, I'm gonna keep looking because I'm guessing it's an outlet for the coolant going through. I'm guessing we need it. Alright, here's what I come up with. I used Eat It, that's what it's called. Packed in there real tight. See the end of that's poking through, but still enough flow. Yeah. This looks dirty because I've put bits of rust on the outside from compacting it as it gets hard. This should be good to go in like, I don't know, half an hour. Such good stuff. Once it's dry you can sand it, whatever. It's basically like the putty version of JB Weld. That's probably stronger, but I didn't have time to wait for that. Alright. It's pretty compact. Alright, I'm gonna go torque down the intake. Alright you guys, bits happen off camera. Got the exhaust manifold on. Fuck, that was a piece of crap. Yeah, rocker covers on, intake on, all the bolts on. Surprise, surprise, the bolt was missing from that. Somehow I put them all up there and they're not there. Alright. I think I'll get the fuel system on first. And then I'll get all the front pulleys. I'll do the front pulleys last. I'll get the fuel on first. And the cooling system. Alright you guys, here's where it is. Haven't got the pulleys on. That one's still hanging here. And the injectors, haven't put them on yet. But I'm going to save that for next episode. Even though I said we'd get this running this one. Maybe I lied a little bit. Because nothing goes right. So, on the next one, we're gonna get the rest of the pulleys on, that whole bracket arm, whatever it is, over here in the back seat. Sorry about sniffling, seems like I've always got a cold these days. Yeah, this big arm. For the pulleys to mount onto. That one's for the harmonic balancer. No, that's the... I don't know, I can't remember. Leave me alone. I think that the big one's harmonic balancer. This one's the water pump. Yeah, got the big intake, kombucha. Yeah, so we'll get this one on. I don't want to paint. Once I bought this power steering bracket on, I want to paint that as well. I sort of gave it a spray before and I didn't plan on ripping this apart, but ripped it apart. So yeah, it's coming together. I think I used too much of that shit because it's just leaking everywhere. Oh good. Oh, thanks for watching guys. Yeah, like I said, pretty much rest of the cooling system and the fuel system and all the little wirings over there and all around in here. That should be done. Alright, I want to get going. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you next time on Scrap Motor Garage. See you guys.